Here, we're moving. I can patch you.
What's up guys, iBasics here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Battlefield 5 trailer, and I kind of wanted to give you guys my impressions and my analysis on it. So by the title you can pretty much guess that I was pretty disappointed with the trailer. In fact, I was pretty upset, if I'm being quite honest. I was really excited for this reveal for a while now. Ever since they announced it, I've been looking forward to seeing what DICE was gonna put out there. And I'm a huge Battlefield fan, so obviously I was very excited. Now, yesterday was the reveal, but even before the trailer, there was already signs of trouble. Now, the first thing I want to talk about real quick is when they announced that Trevor Noah was gonna host the reveal. I was kind of confused as to why they chose him. Now, for those of you who don't know who Trevor Noah is, he's pretty much a leftist, liberal, quote-unquote comedian. I don't find him funny in the slightest. I think he's annoying, and I have no clue why they chose him. Actually, yes, I do. I mean, DICE is from Sweden, and they're very leftist over there, so I guess it's not really surprising. But you would think that they would choose somebody who is actually familiar with Battlefield, somebody who actually knows about games. Why would they choose him? I mean, this guy, I don't recommend you guys watch his stuff because it's not funny at all, but this guy he's just annoying. He just loves to bash on people that disagree with him. And obviously he has an agenda that he wants to fulfill, and I'm not about that, especially when it comes to video games. So screw this guy. I was like kind of worried when they chose him. I was like, oh no, like I was having my doubts, but I was like, it's probably just, I'm just gonna let it slide. I'm pretty sure the trailer's gonna be awesome. Alright, so I saw the trailer and I was kind of baffled when it ended. I didn't really know what to think. It was a lot to take in. The first thing that stood out was, of course, the woman with the robotic arm, or the pirate hook or whatever. And yes, I know it's a prosthetic, but come on, it's so stupid. It looks so stupid, honestly. I don't know what they were thinking. So I was pretty disappointed with this trailer. Battlefield 1, the trailer for that game was amazing. Now, a lot of people, that game is kind of divided. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I'm one of the ones who really enjoy the game. I think it's really fun. I still play it to this day. It's not the it has its fair share of problems, but I really like the game. I like the setting, the tone. It just has a very good setting, and it really feels like you're in the war. The battles just feel so authentic. The maps, the settings, the location. Now, gameplay wise, it does have its BS moments, but overall the game is pretty solid. And the trailer for Battlefield 1 was amazing. Like, say what you will about the game, you gotta admit the trailer was just amazing. Like, it blew Infinite Warfare out of the water. I mean, I remember everybody was saying rest in peace Call of Duty and this and that. It was pretty funny, but that trailer was just, oh my god, it was amazing. So comparing to this one, this trailer was awful. I mean, I honestly felt like I was watching a Call of Duty trailer. Now, if this was Call of Duty, I would be like kind of excited if this was Call of Duty, but this is not. This is Battlefield. So just have to remind DICE that this is Battlefield, not Call of Duty. And I'll talk a little bit about Call of Duty later on. I'll try not to spend too much time on it because this is about Battlefield. Alright, so these are the things that really bothered me. Now first I want to clarify, I'm talking about the trailer here. This is strictly reviewing and ranting about the trailer. I know the game could be amazing, the gameplay, all that could be great. Right now I'm just talking about the trailer, and this is just how I feel in my opinion. You know, if you loved the trailer, if you thought it was amazing, you know, then hey, all power to you, know, good for you. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is this game is supposed to be set in World War II, right? Because what I saw was some sort of steampunk style World War II, like alternate era, and that's not right. I mean, look, if they wanted to do a steampunk like World War II type game, then okay, you know, great, but don't come out and say that this is authentic World War II, because from the trailer, that's not World War II, okay? That's just not World War II. I don't care what you say, it's not World War II. So don't come out and say that this is authentic, because it's not. You know, had you just made a steampunk World War II and just said, hey, we're making a steampunk style World War II game, you know, something that hasn't really been done before, then okay, perfect, you know. Obviously it's an alternate, you know, alternate war, anything could happen, you know, it's not a problem. But them saying it's authentic World War II, that's what bothers me, because it's clearly not. Alright, so another thing is the PC culture in this game, and the pandering to SJWs is so obvious. It's so obvious. Like, as soon as I saw the girl, I was like, here we go again. Here we go with the BS. Now, I have to clarify, I have absolutely nothing against women, okay? I'm a straight guy, I like girls, you know. Nothing against women. I think women are great. But we're talking about World War II here, okay? Now, yes, I'm gonna have people say, oh, well, there were some women in the Russian army, in the French army. Yeah, okay, that's true, right? But tell me, how many women compared to men fought in the war? And how many men compared to women fought on the front lines? The majority was men, white men, and that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to just, you know, retell history. Like, why is it so bad that the majority was male and whites? Like, why is that so bad, you know? Why is that so bad to some people? I just don't understand. It's not really a problem, but it's apparent that they want to pander to these SJWs, which I don't know why they want to do this. Like, can you keep this crap out of video games, please? Like, I don't want this whole, you know, PC crap in our games. It's just not necessary, okay? Just be authentic, you know, be historically accurate. You don't have to make up this BS. Like, I mean, and speaking of the woman in the trailer, I mean, she had a freaking prosthetic / robotic arm, for God's sake. A freaking robotic arm. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're telling me just with that alone, I can already tell you that's not authentic World War II. Because first of all, be it a man or a woman, if you were an amputee, if you were disabled, anything like that, you could not fight in the war. Okay, you could not even join the army. And if you were in battle and you got your arm blown off or anything, or any limbs, you got sent home. Okay, they're not gonna put a prosthetic on you and be like, all right, back to the front line, man. Get your butt in there. Like, that's just not gonna happen. So for them to give a woman a prosthetic arm, and then she's holding, you know, a Tommy gun, and then a sniper rifle, quick scoping, no scoping, Nazis. Like, are you kidding me? Like, come on, guys. Like, what is this crap? This is pure crap, seriously. Like I said, nothing against women, but that's just not true. That's not true, and that's never gonna be true, you know, no matter how much DICE wants to include women. That just didn't happen, okay? It didn't happen. It's just pathetic. Like, it's pathetic what DICE is doing. And they had already been doing this with Battlefield 1 in a more subtle way, and honestly, I didn't really mind Battlefield 1, like the stuff that they did. Now what I'm talking about is obviously, you know, putting a black, an African American on the cover, and then on the Revolution Edition they put a female on the cover. I mean, and people could say, oh well, they're telling the story about the Harlem Hellfighters. Obviously those people didn't complete the campaign, because the campaign is relatively short and there's only like one mission about the Harlem Hellfighters, and it doesn't really even go into detail at all. So that whole thing about, oh, it's about the Harlem Hellfighters, I mean, like I said, the majority of the war was fought by European white men, and that's not a problem. It's just not a problem. But anyways, it doesn't really matter. I didn't really mind it too much, but this is just too much. Too much, because they're trying to change history, they're trying to rewrite history, they're trying to sell it as authentic when it's obviously not, okay? Just the fact that there's a person, no matter if it's a girl or a guy, with a prosthetic arm fighting in the war, that already just voids any possibility of it being authentic, okay? And I don't want to see in the game people running around with robotic arms and legs and freaking pirate hooks and all this peg legs and all this crap. Like, come on, dude, seriously. Whatever. Now, another thing is that what was the point of going back to World War II if they were just gonna mess it up, you know? Why even bother? Like, in that case, if they really wanted to put a female and this and that, they should have just gone to Modern War, like, you know, a more futuristic setting, that it would have been more believable. Like, you know, like fast forward, like, you know, maybe 2025, 2030, whatever. Like, I can see females, you know, fighting on the front lines. Like, nowadays it's becoming more equal when it comes to the in terms of military, so I could see that happening. But World War II, like, come on, guys. I mean, I'm not taking away the credit that females had in World War II, because they played an important role in World War II. I mean, when the men went to war, the females took over the men's jobs, and they did all the jobs. You know, they worked in the factories, you know, they made ammunition, they made guns, you know, tank parts, plane parts. You know, there were some female nurses that were on the front lines, and you know, that was a very important part of history. And I'm not taking away anything to the women that actually did those jobs. But the thing is that this is a World War II game, so they need to portray history accurately. They can't just go ahead and change things and rewrite to whatever they please, you know. And another funny thing is that I think it was yesterday, the day before, I'm not sure, I was watching a video from a YouTuber named Nox Cooperative, and his video, it's called Battlefield 5: A Disgusting Approach, Political Implant. I was watching that video, and because it popped up on my feed, and I was like, I was like, what the hell is this guy? What the hell is this guy talking about? So I watched this video, and it was actually a very, very good video, and I recommend you guys watch it. This guy has several videos, and they're really, really good. But I watched this video, and once it ended, I was kind of worried. I was like, oh my god, like this guy, he makes sense. And then I see the trailer, and I'm like, dude, you jinxed it. I was like, what the heck? Like, I knew something was up. Like, I was just worried for some reason, and it turned out to be true. Which it's crazy. It's crazy though. But you know, what more can I say? It's just, I think it's pathetic. And the thing that I find more disturbing is how they put a female as the cover. And for me, I find that insulting, because we're talking about World War II here, okay? Like I said, if this was some steampunk alternate war, fine, whatever, no problem. But this is World War II, quote unquote authentic, like DICE said. Putting a female on the cover is a disgrace. It's an insult to the history of World War II. That's like saying, you know, imagine they made a movie about the women's rights, right? Like when they had the women's movement back before they couldn't vote. Imagine they made a movie about that, right? And the cover of that movie and the poster of that movie was a man. I mean, wouldn't people be upset by that? Because we're talking about women's rights, the women's rights movement here, and then you're gonna put a man on the cover? Like, what? And like I said, nothing against women, okay? There's nothing, I have nothing against women, okay? I'm not a woman hater or anything like that. I'm just saying, to put a female on the cover is an insult, because the majority of men, like literally like 90, I want to say like 95% of the war was fought by men. So to put a female on the cover, it just baffles me, and it just tells you how messed up DICE really is. Because like I said, these guys are from Sweden. Now if you don't know the situation in Sweden, you know, just Google Sweden and you'll see what I mean. These guys are pretty crazy. But like, again, I'm not really surprised, because DICE is from Sweden, you know. I had actually forgotten they were from Sweden. So it explains a lot. But overall, very disappointed in this trailer. This is not what I expected. This is not what a lot of people expected. A lot of people, you know, I'm not the only one that's upset by this. A lot of people are upset. You could even go see the trailer on Battlefield, on the Battlefield YouTube, or even the GameSpot and IGN channels. The like to dislike ratio is pretty, you know, it's pretty like uneven. You know, I know it has more likes, but like in dislikes, it's like 20,000. It has 20,000 more likes, so it's pretty balanced, and that just tells you a lot. Now, a lot of people are also, you know, saying that, oh, why are you crying? Why are you complaining? Just because it has a woman, you know, what's the big deal? It's just a game. Battlefield has never been authentic or realistic or whatever. And it's not that we're crying, or you know, nobody's crying, okay? I'm not gonna freaking be all depressed because of this crap. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But I really like Battlefield. I'm a big fan of it, and I just wanted to give my opinion and just let everybody know how I feel about it, because a lot of people feel the way that I do, and we were all let down by this, because I was really excited about a World War II era, because I love the World War II era. It's one of the best eras, you know, in for a video game. So everybody kind of knew that it was going to go back to World War II. You know, there was little hints that it could be either Vietnam or World War II, but the majority of the people knew it was going to be World War II, especially with that last teaser. So we all kind of had the idea of it, and I was really excited. So seeing this, it leaves me questioning, like, what the heck? Like, now I'm not even as excited as I was before. I mean, guys, just go watch Saving Private Ryan. Go watch Letters from Iwo Jima, Fury. Go watch what other war movies? World War II movies. I don't know. There's more out there, but watch those movies. Tell me, did you see women running around on the front lines with prosthetic arms, robotic arms, pirate hook arms? Like, no. You didn't see that. You didn't see people running around with Braveheart face paints, with biker jackets, and you know, all this crazy gear. Like, what is this? This is not World War II. This is some fake ass, war that makes no sense. And DICE is trying to play it off as authentic. That's not authentic. Now, like I said, guys, this is just my opinion on the trailer itself. I know the gameplay could be different, and I'm waiting to see the actual, like, real gameplay when E3 comes, and I want to see, the actual gameplay and what it's going to be about. But right now I'm just basing it off the trailer from what I saw, and this is just my opinions and feelings fresh from seeing the trailer. I know a lot of things could change, but I'm not liking the direction that they're taking Battlefield, because from the looks of the trailer, it's not looking very good for me, at least. This whole thing of customizing your character however you want, with all these face paints, weapon skins, you can change your gender, you can have robot arms, you can have robot legs, you can have superpowers, lasers. Like, come on, guys, you might as well just add, LGBTQ communities, add transgender people, add dogs, cats, cheetahs, zebras, whatever you can think of nowadays. Just add it all. I mean, you might as well. You already messed it up. You already messed it up bad. And the only way to redeem yourself is if the game is actually good. But this is the first time that I'm actually doubting whether to buy a Battlefield game. Like, no joke, I'm actually debating on it. And speaking of Call of Duty now, the Black Ops 4 trailer was garbage. So when I saw that trailer, I was like, oh my god, Black Ops 4 looks like trash. It's pretty much Black Ops 3.5. No changes. It's the same crap again, the same thing. Call of Duty never changes. But I wasn't surprised. I wasn't really surprised that the Call of Duty trailer was actually crap. It's nothing new. And I was like, yeah, dude, Battlefield 5 is gonna blow it out of the park. It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be a great trailer, just like Battlefield 1. Just wait and see. Everybody's like, oh, rest in peace, Call of Duty. Battlefield's gonna kill it. Battlefield trailer comes out, and they're like, hey, I heard Black Ops 4 had a crap trailer. Now it's my turn. Let me show you what we got. It's almost as bad, if not even worse. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Comment on the video. Tell me what you think of the trailer. Did you like the trailer? Are you excited for this game? Are you gonna pre-order it? I'm not. I'm still deciding whether or not I'm gonna buy this game. I really need to see the gameplay. So by E3, I'll know if I'm gonna buy this game or not. If it turns out to be even worse than what I think, I don't really mind. There's a lot of games coming out there, and I'll just keep playing Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4. No problem. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. So yeah, just comment on my video, tell me what you think, and I'll see you guys next time.